This might be one of the best ship recreations in Space Engineers 1. This is the Bengal Supercarrier or Fleet Carrier made by Lady Lime, and it is simply fantastic. Hey everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers 1. Yes, we have to say Space Engineers 1 now, as it was the second game in development. Still, we're today talking about a fantastic workshop creation. Yes, this is the Bengal from Star Citizen. Now, you may have heard of Star Citizen. It is actually another space game. It's actually a heavily in development space game. It's been crowdfunded. There's a lot of community chatter around it. It's still in development so many years on. But the Bengal we're looking at here today in Space Engineers is actually from that game universe. It's a fleet carrier manufactured by Robert Space Industries, so RSI, and it's for the United Empire of Earth Navy, so UEEN. And the Bengal is basically such a massive ship, it's unplayable in the game, I don't think. I don't think you're ever going to be able to command one yet. You might be able to do it in fleet, something like that. But it is active in the single-player game, which will hopefully be coming this year, if not next year, which is Squadron 42. So the chance of you ever commanding one of these in Star Citizen is very, very slim. So thankfully, Lady Lime has built it in Space Engineers, so we can come and take a look. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. This ship is simply massive. I think the length of it is around 440 meters long, width is 190, and height is 88 meters. The PCU is over 240,000, which is absolutely insane. Let's dive in and take a look. So immediately as we come into the game world here, you can just see how big this ship actually is. Like, here's one of the default Space Engineers turrets. If I put myself next to it, that's my scale compared to this impressive design. And I've got to say, as someone who is a fan of Star Citizen, seeing this perfectly recreated in Space Engineers is amazing. Like, right down to the land details, to this sort of bridge or con tower here, looks fantastic. We've seen bits of the Bengal in cinematics of Star Citizen before, so seeing it here inside the game, oh, it looks simply beautiful. Like, I love what they've got going on here. And obviously it's made for Space Engineers, so there's going to be some artistic differences and such, so do just keep that in mind. Turrets over here. Obviously, if this is modded, there'll be a lot more weapons and different things on board, but still, it looks simply amazing. I mean, look at the engines over here. I believe these are the Prototech engines, aren't they? I think they are. Yeah. They just look simply fantastic. So we're going to start on the exterior first, and then we'll dive into the inside to take a look there. Even the simple details like the lights here just sort of sticks out to add, like, you know, a bit of detail to this ship. We've got a front hangar section. We're using the new floodlight blocks here, which is introduced in one of the recent Space Engineers updates. I say recent, it was within the last year, but to me, that's still recent. We've also got hangar doors there. We'll take a look inside the hangar in a minute, just to give you a glimpse. Whoop, it is kind of dark in here. I'll explain why in a minute. Look, it's pitch black in there. We'll take a look there. So up here, we've got a bunch of basically front heavy weapons, making use of a new sort of pipe blocks here, sort of funnel into that, giving it sort of that, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess greebling, but also like it's a functional warship with lots of pipes and things running around. I also do love sort of indented armor here. This isn't just one sort of flat slab. It does indent here using blaster blocks and the half blocks sort of merge in there, creating a sort of really detailed thing. Because when you zoom out, you can really still notice that indent as I'm flying around. I personally love that. Also, making use of the halves or blocks here, or rather the rounded or curved blocks, should I say, we'll eventually get there of words, to build in, looks really, really fun. Again, it just adds more detail to grids, and I absolutely love it when Space Engineers creators do this. Airlock over here, love a good airlock. This one is quite long. This is a bit of a long airlock. We'll traverse those in a minute. Looking down the side here, I'm going to turn my light on. We've got these big sort of sections here. Now, my knowledge of the Bengal in Star Citizen is not fully up to date. I don't know what these ones are used for, or what this sort of design represents. It looks like cooling towers or just bits built into the hull. Either way, pretty cool. I really love ship designs when you have sort of this like indented hull here, but you still got bits reaching out. The Resurgent Star Destroyer from the Star Wars sequel trilogy from the First Order, that has a sort of thing where like you can go behind the hull a little bit and has bits sticking out. I've started incorporating in some of my designs, and I really like it. So Lady Lime's done a fantastic job here. I also love the sort of gantry path going down here towards the bottom hangar. It's just super cool. You don't see outside walkways on ships all the time, so I really, really like that. Another sort of connected docking area over here. Yes, you've seen the massive, massive turret down here. This is absolutely insane. I believe in Stars, isn't they call these the ship breakers or fleet breaker or something like that? Simply because this massive gun can carve through the hulls of some starships, which is simply insane. I really love how Lime has captured the detail of a Bengal here, particularly on this sort of section of the hull. Like, it's quite a bulbous rear section of a Bengal here, and it sticks out. Like, it's big and bulky. It is not as sleek and profile as the front of a ship. Like, it really sort of expands out, especially when we look at it from a front-on sort of profile. That's even before moving to what is basically the engine flight pods. These have got some immense detail on them. Like, even making use of the ore detectors here. Oh, that is so cool. I love it when creators just put like animated blocks in here to represent a bit more of a living spaceship. And using this sort of corrugated armor paneling, absolutely love that. The thruster use alone is amazing. Like, it's not just using the default Space Engineers thrusters. We're using a Prototech ones to kind of get that sort of glow going on there. It's a bit different than the usual sort of ion glow of the Space Engineers thrusters and such. So yeah, I kind of like that. Back here, is this a window into it? Or no, but it's just a window into the hull. Okay, I was like, wow, we're actually getting a crew section. No, we are not. This probably could be used for a creative battle. I'm not sure if you can use this in survival. It might break the game, but there is a hell of a lot of turrets armed on it. So yeah, you've got a lot to choose from, including searchlights and such. As we go to the rear here, we've got another big sort of backing hangar. If I just fly through here a second, you are capable of flying through the entire ship in the Bengal. Whether I would advise doing that, probably not. Like, probably shuttles or bombers could dock at the back here. Again, I'm not massively up to date on the Bengal's lore and Star Citizen. I really do want to play Star Citizen again at some point. If any of you in the comments are interested in playing it, please do let me know, as I would love to put some missions together and just have fun in the game. Look at the underside, a lot of lights here. If I turn my headlight off here a sec, you can see some flashings of indication lights. There we go. And also you've got the big turret over here. Like, that looks insane. If I get on board in a sec, we will give a shot at trying to fire that. Because I think that's a good idea. So we've got the main engine pod here on this side. Also this bit of all these giant engines. And then you've got sort of a secondary or additional one mounted up here, which looks really cool. You've also got these sort of antenna spikes going on here. A great use of a sort of sloped angle blocks to create this sort of pronged out design. Really love that. I'm actually due to design a new sort of alien ship soon for Space Engineers. And I really want to take use of this. Like, Lady Lime has inspired me to sort of use this sort of thing on some ships as well. What I love of doing these workshop reviews, and we've done them for years and years and years now here on the Captain Jack channel, is you really get inspired by other people's building techniques. Like, I was always inspired by my good friend Venom for the RCSP fleet. Now Lady Lime using these sort of blocks here, absolutely amazing. Hats off to them. They've done a beautiful job. Let's take a look at the inside. You all want to see what's going on inside the Bengal. So I'm going to say let's start at this airlock. So I'm going to bring my character around. And we are going to take a look. Oh, I missed the airlock. Oh, let's go. Now, something is done with the lights. There we go. They're all on sensors. This is to help performance. It's written in the Steam Workshop description. Again, link down below. Because of how big the Bengal actually is, and the ship is massive, all the lights are set on sensors, and they will turn off after a period of inactivity, or after a timer, I believe. So the hangar ones are on 30, other rooms are on 15. Obviously, the hangar is a more used area, so just keep that in mind. We've got all the connector blocks down here as well, even the small connectors. Again, lots of space to dock fighters and things here in the main hangar. This over here, we've also got a lower hangar. I think if I can press the button. Come on. There we go, just a lower hangar. Is that like... Oh, wow, it's using like multiple hangar doors. That's actually a really good idea to, you know, protect this area. Also, there's a lift shaft area here as well. Nice. Can I actually go down? Oh, there is an area down there. Okay, we could have just gone down there. Fair enough. Well, we'll leave that there. Yeah, I really like the idea. Also, using these blocks to create sort of armor paneling. This isn't something I've thought of before. Like, using the half armor block here to mold into the angled interior wall, but using the corrugated skin. I think it's the corrugated skin. What am I calling it again? Okay, I was right. Yeah, I wasn't just merging words together there. Using that isn't something I've thought of before. That's really cool. Now, this is making use of the new Space Engineers blocks, I believe, the floor ones. So, a floor-free slab and then decals. That is really nice. I love seeing creators use these. So yeah, there we go. I'm not sure what this area is typically used for. There is a sort of control function over here. Hello. That's just sort of computer graphics. This is probably like a working sort of area. Yeah. We could go that way. Let's explore the rest of the hangar first. Now some lights should pop on here as I fly through. Is there actually any lights here? There is lights here. I'm not sure what they're used for. I want to say this is like a ship acceleration sort of thing or something like that. The thing is, I don't actually know. There is a sensor. This is probably detected or set up to detect grids and such. So it'll activate there. I don't actually know what this corridor is for, used for. Some people who play Star Citizen will probably be able to tell me in the comments, so feel free. At the back here, we've got more of sort of a larger hangar. Again, I reckon it's to be used for shuttles or bombers or something like that. You've got a lot of cargo over here as well. So it's more like the maintenance area for the Bengal. Let's go back to our flight staircase and we'll take a look at the upstairs section of the ship. All right, we're going upstairs. Let's take a look at the inside. We're going to go left. Maybe some light should kick in. There we go. Whoop. Bit of lag there. So now we're in the upper hangar deck. So this is leading straight to the flight deck of the Bengal. So you fly it here. Obviously, you're going to be fighters take off. But of course, fighters can also dock to these sections as well. I love the use of these sort of blocks here to bring out the detailing. Because this is still using the decal block. lower, the floor decal. This is the light armor paneling. It just adds a bit more like depth to the sort of landing pad. Because of course you could probably try and do that design indented, but this still looks really cool. And what I love of these blocks is they don't really affect you walking over them too much. Like as a player, you can just walk over them. It's not the end of the world. See, job done. We've also got these little indent stations. You saw one downstairs where you can just charge up. So if you're playing a survival, you can use it. Now we came up the stairs, didn't we, which is there. We've also got these side profiles out here, which looks like a lot of cargo storage, a lot of fuel tanks, probably ammunition. Do you know what Space Engineers really needs? And I hope if we get more of like a Warfare update in the future, Warfare 4, 5, or 6, whatever, is instead of like cargo crates and such and barrels, I'd absolutely love to see like munitions stored, like some Gatling crates or maybe some missiles. That could be really cool. The other side's going to be the same, so we'll skip that for a minute. Instead, we're going to go this way. Whoops, I have vented the ship. There we go. Right, now we're inside the actual crew decks of the ship. There's a lot going on in here. There's lab areas, medical bay. I think this is a medical bay, actually. Yeah, these look like medical bays. Probably where if you're in Star Citizen, you could respawn in this area. Come on, door. Open up. That's not a double door. So this leads around from just where we were. Oh, apparently I can't get in here. I'm guessing this is just hydroponics. Hey, it's a butterfly. Yeah, hydroponics bay. It would have been great to make use of the new sign blocks that have been included in the DLC recently. The Economy 2 DLC. That would have been fun. More corridors up here. I do like the interior design. Like, it does fit Star Citizen's aesthetic very nicely. Oh, look, we can look in the cabinet. Have fun. I don't actually know what this is. I think it's just offices and such. There's a lot of things going on. Oh, is this like turret control or something? It might be. Or it could just be crew areas. I don't actually know. There's a lot going on here. This could just be a game. Alright, we'll stop nosing around in someone's personal quarters now and go and explore the front of a ship. Oh, I just went past the door. What was it? Oh, hey. Is this like... Ah, these are crew decks. Oh, I like these. It kind of reminds me of Star Citizen when you wake up in an awkwardly cramped room whenever you respawn on the planet. So yeah. This looks like a mess hall of sorts. Or briefing room. This could be like a pilot's wardroom, I think. A Battlestar Galactica-esque. So they're making our way up towards the bridge. Aha! You are here. So there's cargo either side there. Exec hangars over there, and CIC is this way. Whoops. Armory, like that. Very nice. I think if we just keep going up, we'll eventually reach the CIC area. In fact, this might be right in front of us. Window into space. Aha! We are in the CIC. Ready to scan. What do the buttons do? I pressed the button. Oh, we'll leave that there. Is that meant to be like Star Citizen? Yeah, that is a trader's thing from Battlestar Galactica. I'm in a big Battlestar Galactica mood at the minute. That's really cool. Missile operator. Ooh. Okay, that doesn't want to work. Oh, apparently I don't know the heavy industry DLC. That's got to be a bug. Okay, space engineers. We've also got operating systems over here as well. A lot of controls. The main captain's chair. Can I fly the ship from here? Oh, I can. We're like never gonna be able to slow down now. Can we even move the ship? I'm slowly moving it. Though given the size, it's kind of understandable. I really want to do a battle of this now. Like that would be really, really cool. Okay, well it does move. Right, I'll get out and stop playing around with it in a minute. Whoops, I've broken the screen. There we go. The radar thing. This is another script made by Whip, I believe. I think it's Whip. I can't remember. It's linked in the Steam description, so go take a look. I recommend you do use this in your world. It's really fun. Another radar script came out recently as well. Right, we should have another bridge section. Is it down below? Oh, yeah, there's like a co-pilot one down here. Ooh, I'm stuck in the stairs. And there's another one down there as well. Your co-pilots. And then I believe there's another sort of like an operations area upstairs. Yeah, you've got like a smaller sort of command deck bridge around here, which is kind of really impressive. Can I fall down here? Oh, I can't. Let's not do that. So you kind of got two bridges. I feel like this is the drone. Yeah, okay. This is the drone operation bridge. I don't know why I'm saying like that. So there you go. Is there a station around here we can control the big gun? I'm guessing this is the captain's office. Yeah, probably like the captain's ready room. There's got to be a station here where I can control the weapons. Aha! If I go to this button, are we now controlling... Oh dear, wrong button. I've got weapon core in this world, so it may not be allowing me to... Oh. Okay, I got them to work. There we go, charging. That's an insane amount of firepower. Just being in range of those guns, like, you would be decimated immediately. That is absolutely crazy. So this has been the Bengal-class in Space Engineers based on the Star Citizen version made by Lady Lime. If you want to check it out for yourself, check out the Steam Workshop link down below this video. I highly recommend you do so. They have built some fantastic creations in Space Engineers, and I absolutely love this design. I think it's one of the best I've seen lately. Oh, it's amazing. I really want to take this into battle, even though I think Space Engineers will probably crash as we do it. Yeah, it could be kind of crazy to try it out. Who knows? It's kind of amazing. Like, I wish we could see one of these active in Star Citizen sometime soon. I'm not sure if you can see it in game right now. You can see it in some cinematics and such. But yeah, flying alongside one of these would be really, really impressive. Maybe one day when the game actually comes out. Until now, we can relive the moments and kind of experience them in Space Engineers while we're waiting for Star Citizen and its horrendously long development time. But it's understandable. Anyway, definitely check this out on the Steam Workshop. If you want a link to it, it's down below in the video description. For now, I've been Captain Jack. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.